In this episode, we're going to be talking about exporting oranges and other citrus fruits to the EU or the Persian Gulf. Some information you may need to know if you're considering investing in this kind of a business coming up. Hello, my name is Tatenda Chiwanga and Zimbabwe. So this is a follow-up video from a program I started sometime last week known as Random Business Ideas, where I just talked about oranges. So this is sort of like a more in-depth video where I'm going to be explaining some things you may need to consider before starting this venture. I'm going to read out where I found oranges and other citrus fruits, the plantations I visited, where they are. Right, so first, for the oranges, we've got Zimbabwe, Birchneuf, we've got Baitbridge, Mutima Irrigation, that's your oranges. And as for the lemons, I found these in Zimbabwe and Mvuma. And for the grapefruit, I got these from Birchneuf Bridge. And as for the clementines, that's Zimbabwe and Mvuma. Right, so I visited all of these places and I realized two places were exporting either to the EU or to the Persian Gulf, and this was the oranges from Baitbridge and the clementines in Mvuma. These two farms, all these two plantations were exporting because they had quality that was acceptable. So the first thing you need to know is there are specifications when you're trying to export any kind of fruit. So the EU and the Persian Gulf gave us their own specifications, and Zimbabwean oranges were not meeting some of these specifications. So they will include pathogens, they will include chemical residues from the regime of chemical treatment. So this is your fertilizers, your pesticides, etc. If you want your citrus fruit to qualify for export, then from the day of the last harvest, there is a chemical regime of pesticides and anti-pathogen sprays that need to be sprayed within the plantation, and that this is what prepares your fruits for the export market. And what we realized is a lot of farmers did not have the right budget for these kind of chemicals to be sprayed, and what they ended up doing is oranges that were set, a plantation that was set for the export market, they ended up just being sold locally, because obviously people local don't care about these kinds of pathogens. They don't, it's not that these fruits are not edible, but they are not wanted within countries outside the region. So what we ended up doing is suggesting a partnership where we provide, or my client provides, the chemicals for the spray regimes and all that, and the fertilizers, and the plantation obviously owns the trees. And what we would do is have an agreement where all the export quality will be sold to my client, and the plantation will be given a certain percentage from that, and they get to keep all the locally sold produce. Even till now, that same agreement still stands, and if you want to work on exporting, if you've got an export market, all you need to do is approach a plantation, offer them this deal, because all export quality produce sells for far much more than all the locally sold produce. So this is something that you can consider. Right, so I hope all of this made sense. To me, it made sense, but if it didn't, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below, or you can send me an email and we can get talking. I can share a bit more if you need to know more about this oranges business, export quality and all that. It can be a lot, and I just shared just a fraction of the information you need to know, but this can actually get you started. So if you like the video, like and subscribe and share with your friends and family, and until next time, see you again.